fingers crossed that I get a car today. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, exciting but different. So as you can tell by the title, thumbnail, we are car shopping today. I have had my 2009 Honda Civic for several years now. It definitely did the job for me. It was a car that I paid cash for right out the gate. So I've loved not having car payments, and that's one reason I held on to it for as long as I did, because it was just beneficial for me not to have a car payment. I'm a single mom of 3 kids, and times were hard. So I held on to that car for as long as I could, but I think it's at that point now. I don't feel like the car is reliable enough to, it can transport me like to our local town, but I don't trust it to go any further. And me being a single mom of 3, I really want a more reliable car and something also with more space. 3 kids are cramped in the back seat right now. My 13-year-old, he's getting bigger, and we also have Ray's booster, we have Kane's booster, and it's just a really tight fit. So I think it's time, you know, when you can just feel that it's time to move on. That's the way I feel about this car. I am going to be hanging on to it, or at least that's my plan for now. I'm going to hang on to it and maybe save it for Kai, because he's going to start driving in a couple of years. It would be a great learning car for him. But for me, I need something more reliable. And I mentioned a couple of videos back, the Honda Civic is actually in the shop now. It's been there for a couple of weeks. Not sure what's going on with it. They haven't had time to check it out. The shop is just really backed up. So I still don't know what's wrong with it. But when it broke down this last time, and that's really what gave me the sign that it's time to do something else. We were on a main highway, and thank God I didn't have the boys with me. I did have Ray. Adrian was driving, so it was just us 3, and we were on a main highway in very busy traffic, and all of a sudden the car started like jerking and shaking, and the engine light started flashing. We had stopped at a red light, and when we went to take off, the car would not accelerate. Thankfully, there was a parking lot to the left of the highway we were able to pull off onto, but it was just, I don't know, it was one of those moments that I had thought, what if I had been by myself with all 3 of my kids in the middle of that highway, stranded, not able to move my car. And so I just want something more reliable for me and my kids. Being a single mom, I don't want to have to worry about my car breaking down, and I know that new cars can break down just as well as older cars, but I feel like it's a lot less likely. And I also want the warranty. I want the whole 9. I want to feel secure and trust my car. So that's what today's video is going to be. We're going to go to the dealership. I'm going to get a few clips for you guys. I won't vlog the whole time just because I really need to be in the moment and paying attention and not worried about the camera, but I will get a few clips for you guys. So there's 2 cars that I really have my focus on. One is the Honda Odyssey Touring. I've always wanted a minivan. They are just really functional, and I've been talking to some of my minivan mom friends, and they're all like, yes, get the minivan. So that's what I'm leaning towards. The cargo space, I would love to be able to haul furniture that I find at the thrift store in that thing. Bicycles, if we want to go ride bikes, we love to go ride bikes on the island. So that is my first pick, is the Honda Odyssey, for the space and the functionality. The kids would have plenty of room. My second choice is the Honda Pilot. They have almost as much room, not quite the trunk space. And also with the Odyssey, I like that, you know, it's a minivan, so it's got the sliding doors, they're automatic. When we park somewhere, I won't have to tell the kids, watch your doors. They'll just slide open and close. So that's one of the main features that I really like about the Odyssey. I've been doing lots of comparison between the Odyssey and the Sienna, and I'm leaning towards the Honda Odyssey. So if that doesn't work out, then I'm more than likely gonna go for the Honda Pilot. But at the same time, I know exactly what I want, and I really don't want to settle. So I may or may not come back with a car today, but we're just gonna go and see. Financing a car is not something that I really had on my radar, but I feel like it's one of those things that it needs to happen at this point, because I really need a reliable car. I've paid cash for everything that I've done to the house so far, and I have really worked hard, and I feel like me and the kids, we deserve a reliable vehicle, and if that means financing one, then that's what I'll have to do. But as always, I am super grateful to you guys for watching my videos, supporting my channel, because without that, I wouldn't be able to do anything. I would not be able to put a roof on my house. I wouldn't be able to do any of these renovations. I wouldn't be able to go car shopping today. So I really appreciate you guys being here and supporting my channel. So let's get going to the dealership. I'll get a few clips, and then when I get back, we will do a little car tour. If I get a car, fingers crossed that I get a car today.
Did some body trim, but we take this off. What we put is this weather mats right here, so that way we just do this.
That's super nice.
Right there. And as you can see, we have all the weather mats around, and then Honda likes to put a bunch of cup holders, so you're gonna have about 15 cup holders. And then
you can never have too many cup holders.
Each row is gonna have their own ports. So over there you have your headphones ports with air vents, cup holders. On the second row, that middle seat actually comes out, and then when it comes out, you have two choices. You can carry it back here, or you can put it at home.
Okay.
So either or.
Also, does this one have the entertainment?
Yeah, it's actually up there.
Okay.
So what Honda does is, you see the little strip right here? So let's say the baby is coming and jumping into the door is closed, and let's say the baby wants to jump in. As soon as she hits that, it opens back out.
Okay.
So this right here, now, so when you take this off, and then you have bucket seats, and then you see this right here, you just push it.
Sweet.
So it'll be easy for the people to get in. Okay. Or you can just do it like that, people can crawl into it, you can put like a nice bucket right there, or a cooler, easy to grab drinks, you know what I mean? So the entertainment system is actually right here. Okay?
And it's DVDs?
Yeah, you place in the front. We'll write DVDs. So let's say let's go to Disney. The kids can actually see right here the distance.
Nice.
How old are your kids?
13, 7, and...
Okay, so the 13 can actually take... Oh, we're like 45 minutes away, so he can take that out. Now you see this right here? That's a camera.
That's what I can do kind of
So, go to the passenger side.
So here he was just taking me through all the different little features of the car. There's so much to take in here, but I, right off the bat, knew that I wanted the Honda Odyssey. So in all honesty, this was the only car that I looked at because this is what I wanted. I knew that before even coming to the dealership. I had done lots of research online, watched tons of videos, and I just narrowed it down to the Honda Odyssey. It made sense for me because of the space and also the sliding doors. That was one of the main selling points for me on the minivan, is having those sliding doors. I really wanted that with the kids. So yeah, I just knew what I wanted coming to the dealership. So I didn't even look at the pilots. We went ahead and got started on all of the paperwork for the Odyssey. By the way, I am not getting any kind of discounts from Honda to make this video. I am just genuinely taking you guys along on this process. This video is not sponsored in any kind of way. As far as the dealership, this is really all of the footage that I got, because the rest we were just doing paperwork, and that takes hours to complete. But I will say they made the whole process super smooth. This is Walker Jones in Waycross, by the way, if you're in the area. Everything just went super smooth, and I was very happy when I left. They answered all of my questions. They were super helpful. But yeah, we got started on paperwork. They did the detail for me, and I think it was about 3 hours later we were going home. But here in a second, I will share a full tour with you guys.
Right here is a nice little house. You also have the sunroof right there.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
And you have the Honda Link as well. Honda Link is similar to the OnStar on the Chevrolet product. It helps you, it's free for 3 months. It helps you with in case of emergencies. But you can also, like, let's say you're driving from here to Orlando, you messed up your wheel.
Yeah.
You can see the dealerships near you. They give you the address and phone number. They can come pick you up.
Okay.
But and not only we have all the safety. Lane keep assist, front collision warning, automatic headlights. So I think you might be looking at that one, which is used. It's very similar, but it's a little bit. If you look at the front and the back, there's a little bit of upgrades when it comes to the design.
Right.
But other than that, it's similar.
Okay. So it has been a couple of days, and as you can see, I came back with a car. I ended up going with the Honda Odyssey Touring. I could not be happier with my decision to get a minivan. It is so nice and such an upgrade from my little Honda Civic, a 2009 at that. And there's nothing wrong with driving an older car. I just drove it as long as I could possibly drive it. I felt like, especially with my kids being so cramped in the back and the car getting older and having more problems, it was time for an upgrade, and so I decided to go with the minivan. So like I said, I went with the Honda Odyssey. That was my first choice. My second choice was the Honda Pilot. I just really needed something with 3 rows, and the reason I lean more towards the Odyssey is because you get the 3 rows and you also get the trunk space. I'm also a Honda girl, so that's why I was going for Honda. Hondas are great cars. They last a long time. This car will probably be my last purchase as far as vehicles go. I will be driving this until the wheels fall off. So my little Honda Civic was a good car. My mom used to have a Honda Civic when we were kids, and that thing lasted forever. But yeah, they're just overall really great cars. But I thought now, since I'm home, I would take you guys through a tour of the car and just show you. So I feel like y'all are 100% part of this process, because if it wasn't for you watching my YouTube videos, supporting my channel, I wouldn't have been able to go out and purchase this car. Because of that, I was able to provide me and my babies with a nicer, bigger ride that accommodates us a little more than my little Honda Civic was doing. And two, this van feels so much safer than my Civic, because my Civic was so little. We were very low to the ground, and it was just a very small car. I felt like any little wreck would have been terrible. I feel safer in this minivan, and I just feel better about it. I feel better about my kids riding in this as well. But we are going to go ahead and I'll get into the tour. I am doing this in the AC, so I'm sorry if you guys can hear my AC running. It is really hot today. I think it's 94 degrees. Yesterday was like 100 already here in Georgia, and we hadn't even got the summer yet. So We're almost there, but not officially yet. So I'm gonna do this tour in the AC, so let me flip you guys around and I'll show you kind of everything up front, and then we'll get to the back. I'm gonna try to remember everything as much as I possibly can. Just so much, and right when I think I know everything about this car, I'm learning more. So yeah, let me flip you guys around. So here on the dash, you've got the speedometer in the center. We've got our gas tank on the right, our temperature gauge on the left. Pretty basic and simple. But here on the steering wheel, so all of these buttons here control the screen basically. So you've got your phone, but all of this will control the radio, the entertainment system, and we've got the volume there. Over here you've got the cruise control, the lane departure detection. When you have this on, the car will detect if you're swerving out of your lane. It doesn't jerk you back into the lane, but you can feel a slight tug, and a little symbol will pop up there on, or a message will pop up there on the dash letting you know that you're departing from your lane. So I usually keep that on. I just like that safety feature. This is a push start, of course. Hello, we're in 2024. This is just my first ever push start car, and I could not be more excited about that. We've got our AC buttons here, so each side of the car has its own temperature. You also have the rear climate, and the back you can control, but they also have their own temperature thermostat there on the roof. It's all of the AC stuff. This is all of the gear buttons. So we've got park, reverse, neutral. Also has a backup camera, which I love. So much easier backing out of parking spaces because I can see behind me, around me. It's just, it's nice. We've got seat warmers as well. I can't remember what they said the Econ was for. If y'all know any of this stuff, leave a comment down below. This is for like if you're getting bogged down in snow or sand. We don't get snow down here in Georgia, but we do have some boggy dirt roads, so that'll come in handy. Yeah, the screen, you've got navigation, the phone, the entertainment, so the kids can watch DVDs. They've got their little DVD player there on the roof. The radio, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay. Oh, one of my favorite things, let me show y'all. We've got cabin watch, so I can see everybody in the back and what they're doing. And you've also got cabin talk, so if I need to say something, everybody in the back can hear. It'll come over the speakers in the car, so that's nice. So yeah, that's really all I know about the screen. I know there's probably more, but that's all I know for now. The doors have cup holders there. We've got storage compartments on top and bottom. We've got our glove box there. Up here, there's the light buttons. You also have the button to control the sunroof up there. I haven't been opening that because it's been so hot, but that's what that is. And then I'm not sure what this is. I'm still learning everything about this car. These are a couple of safety features. He told me what they were at the dealership, and I cannot remember what they're for, so I'll have to look in the manual and get back to you guys on that. But here we've got my sunglasses, also this really cool mirror so you can see everybody in the back. Seats are leather, which I love, and they're black, so I can wipe those down. And they also put something on them. I can't remember what they called it, but it's basically so the seats don't stain. I don't know, I'll have to look it up and tell you guys, but they put something on there to protect the leather. Down here we've got the DVD player. This has got an aux port there. This is like a regular plug, if I can remember how to open it. Yeah, so you can plug something up there. This is the, I call it a cigarette lighter. I don't smoke, but that's what we've always called them. I've got my phone charger thing plugged in there. And then the middle console, so we've got cup holders here. We got two more there. Nice big storage compartment there. Also has a USB port and an aux port in there. This is the remote to the DVD player. Over here on the passenger door, so you've got your seat settings. I've got mine set on number 1, but say like if my mom or somebody wants to drive, she can do her settings on number 2, and when she gets in the car, all she has to do is hit the number 2 and it'll adjust her seat automatically to what she prefers. We've got the sliding door buttons there, open and close. I'm not sure what that is. It's an on and off switch. I don't know. That will open the back hatch. I'm not sure what all of this is. But same thing on this door as the passenger door. We've got a cup holder, storage compartments. We've got one on the top and one on the bottom. So you can put some snacks down there, some extra juice boxes. I'm telling y'all, Honda knew exactly what they were doing when they designed this minivan. They had the moms in mind. So anyways, let me get out and I will show you guys the back of the car. All right, really quick for the outside of the car. So the Honda Odyssey Elite has the automatic fold-in mirrors, but the Touring does not. However, you can manually fold them in by just pushing them up. So if you're in a tight parking spot, you can fold those in. There is a button here on the driver handle you can press that'll lock your car. But then to open the doors on the back, you just pull the handle and they slide right open. But there is a button here on both sides of the car where like if you're inside of the car and you want to open or close the door, you can just press that button. They've also got vents on both sides. One thing a lot of people were upset about, I noticed when I was watching these videos on the Honda Odyssey, apparently there used to be vents in the ceilings, but Honda took that away and they started putting the vents in the sides. And I can kind of see why they would do that, because if you have a baby in the back and the air vents are blowing right down on them, they say that the air circulates better having them on the sides here. I don't know. But one thing I love about this car is the rubber car mat, so they're going to be really easy to clean. Behind the middle console, there's more ports. So we've got 2 USB, HDMI, and there was a third seat here that had 3 more cup holders, but I took that out for the time being. We don't really need it right now, but if we ever need the extra seat, I can just pull it out of the trunk and it supposedly pops in. I'm not sure. The dealership took it out for me. So hopefully it's easy to put in. All the videos I've watched, they just pop it in and out. So I think it's pretty easy. We've got Kane's seat over there, so that's where he sits. Got Ray here on this side, and I chose to put her on this side because that way I can just put her in, get in. Everybody else can buckle themselves, but I still have to buckle her. So I put her here. And then one thing I love about this is that the seat belts are on the seat. So if you need to move the seat, you don't have to move the car seat. But down here, there's a lever. You just pull and the whole seat slides over and you have access to go directly into the back. Before I forget to show you guys the DVD screen, we've got the Minions playing right now. But that's the screen, and they can also see, like if we're on a road trip, they can see how far we have left. It'll show like a picture of a car driving down the road and it'll tell them how long we have until our destination. So that's kind of cool. That's the camera, so I can do the cabin watch. Let me get in and close this door because it is hot. All right, so we are in the very back of the van. I also forgot to show you guys the window shades. So all of the windows have these pull-up shades. We've got them there and on those windows. So here in the back on this side, there's one power outlet, the 12 volt, the vent control, a jack for headphones. You've got a vent, 2 cup holders. Over on this side, it's pretty well the same. You just don't have the 12 volt that you have on the other side, but you do have the headphone jack, the USB port, cup holders, vent. So yeah, that is the back. And to close the door, you just pull it. There's multiple ways to open and close those doors. You can do it on the key fob. You can do it from the inside, the outside. There's buttons up front. So multiple ways to get in. And then here is the gas port. Capless. All of my cars, they've always had a cap. So I love that. To open the trunk, there's a button right under this H that you just press. And there we have it. I love how deep this trunk is, and that's one of the main reasons that I went with the Odyssey, is because you don't have to compromise. You get your trunk and you get all 3 rows. So with the Pilot, you get your 3 rows, but you're missing out on the trunk space. So I love that with the Odyssey. You have compartments here, which I love. These are my jumper cables. They did give me a set while I was there. There's a first aid kit in there as well. But there's another 12-volt port there. I think that's the only one that's back here. So this trunk is pretty deep. I'm trying to show y'all. I've already got some stuff back here, but it's a pretty deep trunk. These seats will lay flat. The 2 middle seats there you can take out. So like if I wanted to pick up some furniture from a thrift store, you know what I mean? That's totally part of my plan. I have the room to do it, so I can also throw the kids' bikes in here. We can go ride bikes on the island. We love to go do that. So yeah, that's my extra seat there. You can see the extra cup holders. But yeah, all you have to do, I won't do it, but all you have to do to stow these down is you pull this and then it'll push forward. And then same thing to bring them back up, you just pull this and it'll lock them back in place. So yeah, that is the trunk. And then to close it, you just press. So yeah, I have officially joined the minivan club and I do not regret it. I have loved driving this. I'm always looking for excuses to run up to town for something because I love driving it. I told the guy at the dealership, I said I really need a mom car that I can haul stuff in, but also have room for my kids. And I don't want a truck. So I need like 3 rows and also the cargo space. If you're thinking about getting a minivan, I don't think you will regret it. I really don't think you will. I do not regret this at all. I'm very happy with it. It's nice and roomy. We have everything we need, and it's a very family-friendly car. So here we are with a minivan. But anyways, I didn't want to not share this because I just feel like y'all are very much a part of this process, because you're the whole reason I was able to buy this car and provide this for my kids. So thank you once again. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Remember to leave a butterfly down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.